Hey, this is Gerald Rogers with the Investor Summit. I am so excited that you're taking a moment to watch this video. I just want to share some thoughts on what it takes to be a highly successful person. And there's an acronym that I want you to remember that really epitomizes the difference between people that make a lot of money and people that don't. And it's this, it's the GSD, the GSD factor. What is the GSD factor? Well, it is your ability to get stuff done. Your ability to actually take action on the knowledge that you have. Knowledge is the first key to being successful. There's no doubt about that. But knowledge in and of itself is worthless. You know, people say knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. The power comes from taking that knowledge, applying with a core belief, and actually taking action on what you know. Everyone knows that anyone can become a millionaire. And I would probably bet to say that you probably already know a million different ways that you can create $1 million. But the challenge is, how many of us actually follow through and do the things that are required? So highly successful people really have a high GSD factor. They get things done and they are highly, highly productive. So here's a couple quick tips that might be helpful for you in increasing your GSD factor. You might already be a super achiever, or you might end up at the end of the day feeling like you got nothing done. So either way, no matter what, here's some tips that might be helpful for you. Number one, plan your day in advance. Don't wait for the morning to figure out what you're going to do. If you can set some time aside in the evening to look at your schedule, figuring out exactly what are the most important things that you can get done, and focus on your top priorities first. Do chunks of time where you can have 1 to 2 hours where you can focus exclusively on those most important tasks and get rid of all other distractions. You know, so many people have emails or they have phone calls that come in at any time of the day. Gotta stop that. You gotta reserve a specific time and day where you can check the email, or you can listen to the voicemails, or do follow-up phone calls. So you can have a block of time where all you do is focus on getting stuff done, and the most important stuff done first. The next thing that is important about setting your day in advance, really planning it the night before, is when you go to bed, having a clear vision of what you want to accomplish the next night or the next day. Your mind is like this little supercomputer that's constantly running, figuring out the best way to make that happen. So when you wake up in the morning, a lot of the work is already done. You'll already have ideas of how to be more effective, and you'll be able to set that day in advance and really have a clear intention of what you want to accomplish. So that's the key: getting stuff done, getting more of it done, and really focus on the highest value activities. Focus on the income producing activities. And this is something Brian Tracy teaches, which I agree with. Focus on getting the hardest thing done first, and then the rest of the day just seems like it's so easy after that. So once again, this is Gerald Rogers from the Investor Summit. Thanks for taking this time to check out this tip. We'll talk to you later.